Hey y'all, today I am making what I'm calling the No Recipe Brownies. Craving some brownies, and I've made a recipe kind of like this before, so I'm going to toss this together and pray for the best. I always follow recipes whenever I bake, but today we're feeling a little creative, so I'm going to whip together some ingredients and see what happens. So I melted a stick of butter, and I'm going to add some applesauce. This actually does not make your baked good taste like applesauce. It will just make it moist. So these are little kid fruit pouches. So I'm adding 2 of those. And I'm gonna add some vanilla extract. I'm just gonna squeeze some in. Again, not measuring, which is totally against my baking laws here, but I just want to see what happens. Get creative and just throw things together and see what's going to take place here. I'm going to add 3 eggs because eggs can also make brownies nice and moist. It helps them to stick together and turn out nice and dense. So gonna mix this together. Should probably grab a whisk, but we're just gonna break it up this way. So whenever you bake, you always do your wet ingredients and then your dry ingredients, and then you slowly incorporate them together. So these are my wet ingredients, and next, some sugar. I think for the sugar, I'll actually measure out. We'll just do that's like half a cup. So I'm thinking that should hopefully do it. And next is the cocoa powder, and probably gonna do roughly 1/4 a cup of that. I'm measuring for the sake of being able to eyeball the amount. Just have an idea of how much it is I'm putting in there. So stick of butter, 3 eggs, 2 applesauce pouches, which this says 3 ounces, so 6 ounces, a little over 6 ounces, I guess. Okay. Shaking the camera here. I have a lot of shorts on my channel, and every once in a while I like to throw in a longer video so you guys can kind of see my personality behind the scenes and how my thought process goes. I'm a really funny person. I really enjoy laughing and making jokes and stuff. So a lot of my shorts, you'll see where I'm making humor out of things. Life is so short. Let's just laugh a little bit. Oh my gosh, yes. So next up is some flour, and that was a cup. Again, I did measure that just so I am aware of kind of the equivalency of flour versus the wet ingredients. I don't want to overdo it here because then the brownies will be dry, and we don't want dry brownies. And a little bit of baking powder. Let's see, we're just gonna shaky lakey here. This will help the brownies to rise. Baking powder, what you put in your waffles and pancakes to give it that fluff. I could be breaking some baking rules right now, and I'm so sorry, but this is just how we're rolling today. And I've got some chocolate chips. Sprinkle. Again, I'm not measuring, I'm just sprinkling. So you just gotta think the essentials, like we've got the flour, the baking powder, and we do want a little bit of salt here. Just a little. That'll help activate the baking powder, to my knowledge. Helps to activate it. I have extra flour here, but I just don't think I'm gonna use it. It doesn't look like, I don't want to overdo it here. So 3 eggs, got some sugar. Now, when I say I never taste batter with eggs. I know people do it, but I just have like this, I don't know, like a fear of like E. coli or something, but I'm almost tempted to taste this to see if it needs more sugar. So I'm just gonna kind of, again, break the rules here. Y'all, it's good. I don't think it needs any more sugar, honestly. So look at, whoop, there it is, party people. Now, getting a little baking pan here, and I'm gonna give this a little spray. Spray. And then I'm gonna pop this in the oven. I'm just gonna do 350 and see what happens. So I'll be back and let y'all know how these turn out. But this is the batter, the brownie batter that is nice and moist. Again, you don't want it to be too dry. You don't want it too runny either. So I'll see you guys back in a minute. All right, y'all, here is the brownie or brownies. So I ended up baking it at 350 for 30 minutes, and I let it cool for about 45 minutes or so. And look at here. I was really surprised that they got done in 30 minutes, honestly, because I've baked brownies in the past where they take a little bit longer, but I guess it really just depends on like the consistency of the brownie. I always go for the middle. Oh my gosh, yes. Some people like the ends. I prefer the middle. So tell me, what do you like? Do you like the ends, the middle? Look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh, look. And it's still warm, which is lovely. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. You can happy dance. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is so good. I can't even believe it. I'm gonna have to look back at my video and see how I made this. Truly just kind of dumped it in a bowl and made it. You can see it's so dense. It really is so dense. And of course I love the chocolate chips sprinkled in. That's always my favorite. Eat this with ice cream, some Cool Whip, whipping cream, whatever floats your boat. So good. Highly recommend it. Thank you guys. Thanks for following. Share, like, love, heart. Thank you.